wormwood and tumbleweed, is the railway line from Moscow to Tashkent, a distance of nearly 3,000 kilometers. 2 days out from the Soviet capital, the train stops briefly at a place called Turatam. Legend has it that this was where the body of one of Genghis Khan's descendants was discovered in the 17th century, floating in the mud-brown Sir-Darya River after dying in battle. Before 1955, the only people living here were the station master and his family, and the few Kazakh nomads who moved with the seasons across the steppe, for whom this was a sacred spot. But by 1961, just 6 years later, everything has changed. An area approximately 4 times the size of Greater London has been requisitioned by the Soviet Ministry of Defense for the USSR's most audacious, most expensive, and most secret project. A new settlement called Leninsky has sprung up where there was nothing before, home to engineers, soldiers, and construction workers and their families, its streets lined with new apartment blocks, administration offices, schools, and a barracks. 30 kilometers to the north are new complexes of assembly and test buildings, a rapidly expanding grid of roads and rail tracks, power pylons, tracking stations, control bunkers, and now 4 giant missile pads. The nomads have long since been expelled. Out here, in the middle of nowhere, as far as possible from spying eyes, the Russians are launching rockets. One such rocket now stands gleaming and hissing as the sun edges above the horizon. Codenamed the R-7, it is the biggest rocket in the world and one of the USSR's most secret weapons. A CIA spy plane attempting to photograph its launch pad last May was shot down. The pilot, Francis Gary Powers, survived to be put on trial for espionage and sentenced to 10 years in a Soviet jail. Towering more than 38 meters, or 125 feet, over the steppe, the R-7 is almost 3 times as powerful as America's largest missile, capable of carrying a thermonuclear warhead with a destructive power of 200 Hiroshima bombs, a quarter of the distance around the globe, all the way from here to New York. But this particular R-7 is not going to New York today. Nor is it carrying a nuclear warhead. It has been adapted for a different purpose. At 0907 Moscow time, its 5 massive first and core stage engines will ignite, and, if nothing goes wrong, the rocket will launch into space. Instead of a warhead, it will carry a spherical capsule inside which will sit, or rather lie, a man. The man will be short, no more than 5 feet 5 inches, and light too, since his capsule will be approximately the weight of the 5-megaton nuclear bomb it is replacing. He will have trained for over a year to accomplish this mission, and he will have to be brave. No human has been in space before. Nobody knows exactly what will happen when he gets up there, if he gets up there. Will his eyeballs burst? Will his blood stop circulating? Will he survive the crushing acceleration forces of launch, enough to drain the blood from his head? Will the heat shield of his metal sphere withstand the 1,500 degrees Celsius temperatures of re-entry? Will his rocket blow up, as some of its predecessors have done in earlier test flights? And if he does make it up there, divorced from life and existence as no human being has been before, will he go mad? As Yuri Alexeyevich Gagarin, just turned 27, married with a daughter of almost 2 and a 1-month-old baby, ex-foundry student, ex-fighter pilot, and loyal communist, steps out of the glaring sunshine in his orange spacesuit and towards the lift that will take him to the top of the rocket, nobody outside a tightly restricted circle knows what he is about to do. Even his wife, back at their home near Moscow, does not know that her husband has been chosen for this task, or that today is the day. And the rest of the world knows nothing. Despite hints in the Soviet media, the formal existence of this program is a state secret. The training of Gagarin and another 19 cosmonauts is a secret.